where I left off on finding that elliptical gorget right here in that hole. I had to hurry up and fill it in because rain was coming that week, but now I'm going to try to start digging here and make my way over to it. Maybe we'll get lucky and find another matching gorget, but we can't be greedy finding something that great's once in a lifetime. But I'm sure we'll find some points, some more arrowheads. We got a new shovel here by Cobalt. My last one, that wood one, snapped, so I finally got me a good one, good fiber one. So we're gonna put the work into it, see what we come up with. This is what we got going on so far, about a 3-foot hole lengthwise. Got a big piece of pottery right here showing. Big slab. And I got one broke tip. Something. They're like a small nutting stone. Beat up that side dimpled in. Right there. See the dimple on this side? That's the best example on it. I call that nutting stone. Always square, 4-sided. I got a bigger one, I think. But still ain't got no points yet. A lot of pottery. That's the best find out here so far. We got a big hole going. Been at it for probably 2 hours. We're gonna keep at it though. We had a monsoon of rain last night, so I ain't gonna be able to sift through this mud today. I'm just gonna get in there with a screwdriver and go real slow and pick out the banks best I can. But it's gonna be a slow day, but maybe we'll come up with something else. As soon as we got started, a nice piece came up. Carsville check stamp looking like. We're about 2 hours into this rainy, muddy dig. I've got this whole bank worked out. Luckily I didn't break it right here with my claws. Pulled it out this way and it popped right out. I don't see no breakage on it so far. Looks like a smoker so far. Let's see what we got. The corner might be dinged. Tips there. Yeah, we're missing a corner, but that's still a good point. It's the first intact one we got. We got 2 tips in that nutting stone, some pottery. Man, that's a good point. Looks like a knife blade popped out of the bank right there. I guess that's more of a knife style and point. Still cool find from church. We warming up now. The chipped up point came out, but the color on it is crazy. That red and blue in there. Dang. I think that's a Daresville church, what you call that, I don't know. I ain't seen color like that in a long time. All right, we're on day 3. We got even more rain last night, another flood. But I got some big and round showing, so I'm gonna hop in here and start recording. Oh. Got my hopes up. It's a smooth, round object hanging out the bank. I hope this is something. It's got a nice round edge to it, like a pestle or a celt maybe. Or grindstone. Yeah, that's got to be some kind of tool right there. Got to be. There we go. Booyah. What do we got here? Some kind of hand tool. It's dimpled up right there. Some kind of polishing stone's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that finger fits perfect right there. And the thumb. Yeah, if I wash this off, I bet it's wore on one side pretty good. This be some kind of polishing stone, I think. I could just sharpen that celt head and the bit. Got some work right here on the tip. A little bit of a multi-tool hammer stone. Yeah. I started taking out this top part of the bank, falling into the bucket, then the sifter. It ain't as muddy underneath as I thought, so I can still sift it some. I'm having to press it down like Play-Doh, but we got a decent point showed up. Another old woodland triangle, maybe a Yadkin. It's chipped up. First whole point of the day. Still working that bank right there. I sifted up a decent little point tip. But what I'm doing, which I should have been doing the whole time, I'm actually putting these pieces of pottery back together. All these slabs come out of the same little, I don't know, 7-8 inch group together. I'm gonna clean up, try to glue them back. Maybe I'll find an entire bowl and be able to piece it back. I should have done that on my last videos when I done all that pottery, but I didn't even think about it. We got a great nose sticking out right here. We was just about to stop and quit. I I'm hoping this bad boy's gonna be the best one we come up out of here with. Let's see. That nose is there. I hope the base is. No. Broke at the bottom. Dang. It's alright. Still got a real nice edge and tip to it. It's like a good tip. That looks like it was maybe broken and then resharpened back down. I have to clean it up, but yeah, that looks like a reworked point, remanufactured, I guess you'd call it. Nice edge, nice tip. We're on day 4 or 5. I got my good luck buddy with me. See it right there. Hang on, let me see it first. All right, go for it. You gonna mess some red nails up? Yeah, ain't bad. It's a point. Beat up. The hole's still producing though. We're gonna keep digging. Got another one with a good base. Little spider. Good base. Look like tip's gonna be gone. Yep. Tip's missing. Well, I found their fire pit. The Indians would have been huddled around. See that black layer right there? And the light brown? That ash is their fire pit. I'm finding periwinkle shells and clam shells. Like that right there. That's old clam shell, periwinkle, bones. That's a jaw bone. Looks like out of a small deer. And I found a really small one. Looks like a squirrel jawbone. Some of these fire rocks are turning up. But I think that's pretty cool. That's where they would have been huddled around right here, eating and cooking their food and whatnot. You see the real dark black right there? That's the charcoal from the fire. I think that's pretty cool. A couple thousand years ago, they were huddled right here, eating, talking. I'd love to be able to see how they interact with one another, see some of these bone chips. We had a blowout on the sifter. I'm gonna see if I can't tack it back in place. I gotta make me a new one, a better one. This thing's ran its course. There we go. There's our biggest arrowhead we've got. It's broke. There's the base of it. Beat up. It's our biggest point find. We got it. We got what we've been looking for now. We got an absolute gem in there. I don't know what base this is. I want to say it might be called a Damron, but it's shadow box worthy. Right in the sifter. Look at that, dude. Look at that. That might be a Capina style, actually. That's what we dig for. That's what we put all the work in, is for that right there. Maybe a chip on the base. Look at this hole. That's probably the biggest hole I've ever dug. I don't even know how to... What was that, probably 8 foot long, probably 3 foot deep all the way. I dread putting that dirt back in, but look, that's what we do it for right there. I think we're on day 5, non-stop, blistered up. We got a gem out of there finally. I'm pretty sure that's a Capina style. I ain't found one in that good of a shape, Capina style. Taper to them ears. Can't wait to clean that off. All right, here's all our finds from the dig. We got a tons of broke points, chips, whatnot. I cleaned off that polishing stone that I think is a polishing stone. I think that side right there is where it was used, where that carbon's built up real bad at. Possibly another one right there beside it. The nut stone's really cool. That's a smaller one than I've normally found. I got one more bigger one in that old video. And then two, I think that's something going on with these pieces of slate. Because in that one video I got the mother lode, I found another piece of slate just really random like that. Doesn't look work that much, but it was the same size and shape, and it's really out of place. I never find pieces of slate down there. That color on that point's really awesome. But all that digging for 5 days, that's probably, I don't know, 2 hours a day. All that just to find one shadow box worthy point. And we killed it with this Capina. Look how thin that is. And the basil on it. That's what we put all that work in for. Just for one good point like that. Saving a little bit of history at a time. Thing's been napped paper thin. Look how translucent that is from being so thin. That's awesome. That's an amazing looking point. Translucent all the way down to the tip like that. God, that's definitely worth all that work.